In this lecture, let's work on making this form functional. So right now we are only handling the GET request for this particular form, which means that whenever the user actually requests for the page and the form is being rendered well, because inside the view, by default, the code which you write in here is for the GET request. So this is what exactly happens when you have a GET request. But what if you actually have a POST request? That means what happens whenever a user actually submits the data from this form, that data should be added to the database. So in that particular case, a POST request is submitted and we need to now handle the logic for that. So here I would say if request.method, if this is equal to POST, in that particular case, we have to do this. And what we have to do here is we have to get the data from the expense form. So in order to get the data from the expense form, I would say expense form, and we have to get the data from the POST request. So here I would say request.post. So we get the data from there and save it into something. So I would save it into expense. So I would say expense equals expense form and then accept the POST request data. Once we have this data, we now need to check if that data is valid. So here I would say if expense.is_valid, if the data is valid, in that case, we take the expense object which we have and then we simply save it. So what this does is that it takes the data, whatever data we have in the form, and it actually saves it into the database. And that's it. Once we are done with this, we should be good to go. So let's see if this logic works. So I'll go back here. So I would go to the admin and log in. Right now, if you go to expenses, we only have one expense, which is iMac. And now let's try adding one more expense using this. So let's say I buy an iPhone for $1,000. Category is, let's say, personal. If I click on add, the form data kind of disappeared. Let's see if that is submitted here. So if I hit refresh, as you can see, now we have this iPhone added up over here along with the amount, category and name. So that means this form is now fully functional and it's working. So once we have created this form, in the next lecture, let's go ahead and let's learn how we could take all the expenses which we have made and display them up over here inside of a table. So let's learn how to do that in the next one.